Hello world, I'm Denise. Welcome to my channel Under My Vine and Fig Tree, and I want to talk to you today about the link between the month of October and being prepared as a bride. Very beautiful biblical picture, and another picture that links to October that is of a completely different nature. So I greet you in the name of Jesus. Grace and peace to you. When we were young, here in South Africa, we learnt a poem called Oktobermaand by C. Louis Leipold, and the word means the month of October. And a line in the poem says, Oktobermaand, die mooiste maand. You try and get your tongue around that and say it smoothly. Die mooiste maand. It's quite challenging. It means the loveliest month. And it's like, okay, how can a month be lovely? But here in South Africa, we live in a very sunny climate, and October is the end of our spring, going into full summer, and everything that can be flowering is in flower. Everything is in bloom, in full bloom, not just the beginning buds of the beginning of spring, but now everything's in full flower and being visited by butterflies and bees and you name it, and being pollinated and being ready to start making fruit. So it's a very, very beautiful picture, and it links very wonderfully because of its radiance to the concept of being prepared as a bride, because a bride is known first and foremost as being radiant. That's the picture of a bride as radiance. And the biblical picture in the book of Revelation, chapter 21, it says the New Jerusalem is a city prepared as a bride. And it's an interesting concept because a city doesn't sound like something one could equate to being like a bride. But the city is a self-contained unit. It has pretty much everything that it needs for the most part. But cities do become known for something specific to them. And this particular city of the New Jerusalem is known as the city prepared as a bride. So some other cities might have their own unique flavor or identity. Now, that's the one picture. And the other picture of October is one we have come to become familiar with a dark agenda where we see rebellion happening, protests, and something very distasteful takes place in October, that it has become something dreaded by so many. And the end of October goes to total darkness, Halloween. It ends not just as Red October, but it goes to black at the end of October. Now, contrast this to the radiant bride, the beauty of the bride. So what does a bride prepare for? How does a bride prepare? What is she prepared to do? Well, she prepares to take care of her bridegroom's household. So who's our bridegroom? He's the Lord himself. What is his household? It's his entire creation. So when we are prepared as this bride, we're prepared to take care of his whole creation. We are his helper. He's in charge. We are the helper, and we take care of his entire creation. And we love to do it because we love him. We love what he has made. And so the whole creation is all of nature. It's all the people. It's the entire earth, everything that's in it. We each have a role, a gift, a talent somehow to play our part in ensuring that this works together as a beautiful city. So there's this combined picture of the figure of the bride, but with the skill set of what a city brings and has. So they contrast this to what the idea of this Red October, the rebellion, and the rebellion comes in the form of pretty much of the occult. Well, what is that purpose? It seeks to blot out, to shadow, to come in place of and hide, and to hide away the bride from the bridegroom, to hide us. And it's not a good picture. We don't want that. We don't want that in the way. We need to tell that to leave, because we want to look on the face of the radiant and the beautiful, but we have been brought to look on the face of darkness and the face of rebellion. And that has been in the way of us seeing the beauty of the bridegroom that we are prepared to see. So this is an interesting place to be. And when we understand the picture of these two faces of October, we have a very clear choice, that we have the freedom to choose. We absolutely have the total freedom to choose, and you go with what you want to choose. No one's going to force you. But the thing is that we have had something forced upon us for a long time of being made to look at the darkness. And it's time to say, no, push away the darkness. I want to look on my bridegroom. I'm not looking to the darkness anymore. That is a thief. That's a robber. That's come to steal my joy. I want the full joy of looking on the radiant face of my bridegroom. And so I'd love to hear your thoughts on this subject, because this can develop into such an amazing topic, because the whole concept of earth stewardship is who we were made to be. Eve was given the name by Adam as being the mother of all living. And so it's such a beautiful picture of who the bride is, the mother of all living. That's us. So let's step into that role. Let's be that beautiful, radiant bride. Join with me. Let's step into who we were made to be. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please don't be shy. Lots of love, grace and peace to you. God bless.